right, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning to you. It's about 7 a.m. If you'll remember, I had a 8 a.m. appointment to deliver at this place, but I was out just kind of inspecting the truck and looking around, and a forklift driver came out and motioned me to come on in. So that's what I'm trying to do. If I can make this turn. Well, luckily, there was not a active railroad running last night on these tracks back behind me. That's good. It was nice and quiet. Slept well, no problems at all. So this forklift driver here, I guess, is going to just guide me in. So I might get lucky here and get unloaded early. Oh, let's see if I can make this turn. Giving you a good look at the place. They store a lot of this truss product, whatever it is. You can see some of the packaging removed from these bundles to the right. It just looks like, you know, big like 2x10s, 2x8s that are like 20 feet long, different lengths. They use for building trusses, I'm assuming. I don't know. All right, so he's motioning me to turn right here, and I can see they've got some spaces marked for, you know, trucks to park in. There's been some activity going on here throughout the night, but as you can see here in a second, I think, you know, they're loading trucks, preloading trailers. Anyway, I think he wants me to park right here in this number 16 spot. So let me get parked and talk to him, give him my paperwork, and see where we're at. Okay, guys, I'm getting unloaded. Here's my guy right here. He's got that long piece that was the full length of the trailer. Just moving it out into the lot. Working out really well. And the sun, I'm having to hold the camera over here because the sun is beaming right in. So I should be unloaded probably in the next 20 or 30 minutes. I mean, he's got about a quarter of it off at this point. So I've already emailed Paul, my fleet manager, to let him know I got in here, you know, an hour early, and I'm getting unloaded. See if he can find me a pre-plan so I can go ahead and start planning my next trip. You know, that helps a lot. And he said he would let the ALM know, the area logistics manager. But I remember too, I meant to do this last night, but I wanted to show you. I stopped in at the supply barn there at the North Little Rock Maverick yard yesterday. And the guy that was working in there, he immediately saw me coming, and he ran out and he says, "Man, you're just the guy I need to see." And I said, "Oh yeah?" He pointed over to, he had a pallet or two of this tarp repair tape that had just come in like an hour earlier. So he was anxious to give me some, and I was anxious to get it. He says, "I know you've been coming in here looking for some of this, so I want to make sure you get some." Because I had stopped in there 3 or 4 times over the past couple of weeks, you know, because they told me to. They said, "Look, it's due in any day, just stop in, you know, it'll come in here shortly." So we've got this in, guys, and I assume they'll send some out to the other Maverick yards, or maybe it's shipped directly there. I don't know, but you should be able to stop and get you some of this. I highly recommend it. It's much better and easier to use than that old glue stuff we had. And you know, I was just looking at my emails and I got a very lengthy good questions email from a future Maverick driver. It sounds like he's currently out of the country right now, but used to live here in I think he said California, but he's in a month or two he's going to be relocating back to the Dallas area. So he's curious about a lot of things. He asked a lot of good questions, so I'm going to try to hook him up with a recruiter. I'll respond to some of his questions, but I think it's time he talks to a recruiter that can start pointing him in the right direction. And so that's cool. I'll have to look at his email like at the end of the day when I have more time, because he asked me about 7 or 8 good questions. It's going to take a little while. So anyway, here goes the guy. Got another short section right there. And there goes another fellow working. Oops, sorry, that sun's probably got you. There's a guy up ahead there that's getting loaded. He probably delivers locally here, is what I would expect. But anyway, just waiting on my next order. See where we're going next. All right, I'll let you know soon. All right, folks. I got dispatched to pick up at this Gerdau plant in Midlothian, Texas. Took me about an hour to get here. And I've just pulled in, got on the scale. They've got a little kiosk building here to the left where you have to go in and punch in your load number and answer some questions about safety equipment and do you have proper dunnage, stuff like that. And then they give you a load ticket like this, and it tells me which yard I'm supposed to go to. I'm supposed to go to yard T. And I remember, I've been here once before, and I remember, you know, gosh, it's probably a year and a half ago or more, but I remember being thoroughly confused coming in here. I mean, it's a big, confusing place. And but I found a map inside this time, so that'll help me, you know. And they have signs posted around here to kind of help you, but man, it's confusing still. So basically, you saw me just make a left. I've got to take this long drive through all this mess you see up ahead, and just kind of go straight through here up to the top of the yard and then make a right. Let's see here. I've got to go, I don't remember this gate being here, but I think I have to go around this way. So anyway, this forklift guy here pulled up beside me and kind of pointed that I need to come up this way. So let's do that. I'm gonna try to film this, so maybe it'll help you if you end up coming here. Of course, you could load at a different spot, but both of the times I've been here, I think I've loaded in the same area. Not positive, but according to this map, it looks like I'm going to the same place I was at before. But this is a Gerdau steel plant, but they make different type product than what we haul out of the Fort Smith Gerdau plant. You know, the Fort Smith Gerdau does, you know, those rounded steel bars. This place does more, at least all I've ever gotten out of here is steel beams, like we get out of the Blytheville, Arkansas area. You know, if you've driven from Maverick very long, you probably have picked up steel beams up there in the Blytheville area. And that's what I got here before. Man, it seems this is all different from what I remember before. I do not remember this little curve around road being here. But I sure appreciate that forklift guy kind of helping me out there. I bet that happens many times a day because the signage there was not clear. You know, it's easy for people that are here all the time to know what they're supposed to do, but when you come into a place like this and you're not accustomed to the layout, you know, it's very confusing. Anyway, we'll get there one way or another. All right. So there's a little green sign here. It says Gen, I guess that stands for General Yard T. So I think let me look at my map here. I think I need to go, yeah, I think I need to go straight right here. Yeah, there's another little green sign down low there. It says Gen Yard T to the right. And this is where I ended up the first time I was here. It's down here. But I'm glad to report that, you know, the first time I came here, it took a long time. There was a line of trucks right here, you know, probably 7 or 8 trucks waiting to get loaded. But as you can see now, they're taking a truck in at the moment, and then I'll be next, which is wonderful. You know, that's the benefit of getting going early in the day. You know, the earlier you can get in and out of places, the better, because it seems like the loading process tends to bulk up later in the day. That delivery I made this morning worked out great. You know, I was already there. They brought me in an hour before my appointment time, got unloaded. I had to wait about half an hour for them to send me my next load, or I could have got out of there even quicker. But you know, it was about an hour south. Midlothian is about an hour south of where I was, you know, kind of on the southern side of Dallas. All right, this sign says pull to front of line and prepare trailer for loading. All right, so I'm gonna pull up here to the stop sign, and then I gotta get out and put up, I think I need to put 8 boards up on the trailer. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll get back to you in a bit. Okay, folks, I've got my boards thrown out on the deck of the trailer. Don't necessarily have them placed where he's gonna want them, but a forklift driver just came up and hollered at me, and he's leading me around to where he wants to load me. Big place, man. They got tons of old smashed cars over here. I guess they take the metal and process it down and make these beams here. I don't know. It's a big place. Okay, guys. So I'm here waiting for him to load. He said I'm gonna have 2 layers. So he told me to put 4 boards on the bottom, and we're gonna get 40-foot product. I don't think that's my loader there. I'm not sure. Maybe he's just staging product. But anyway, he said I'm getting 40-foot product on the bottom. So I've got it set up here. Let's check my measurements. So I want 2 foot, at least 2 foot overhang on the front. So let's just say this will be the front edge. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. So that should give me about 2 foot overhang on the front and the rear. So once he gets this lower level loaded, then I think we have to go up there to that upper area and get the rest of the product. So we'll have to put some more timbers above this lower level. So let's see if we can watch him load us. Let me come around here to the other side. He's probably going to want me at the rear of the trailer. So let me get back there. I think, as I remember, they want us standing back here by this orange cone. All right, guys, he's loaded some of the lower level. He said he's got to put one more piece on here, and then I'm sure he's going to want me to throw more boards up there. But we had to move to a different yard, so just giving you a look here. Big old ugly steel mill. Oh, going to Muskogee. They don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee. Even squares can have a ball, they say. Some of you older people know that song. It's pretty funny. All right, so here we are. You can see he's got 3 pieces on there, not all the same length, and he said he's gonna put one more piece over here. So he doesn't have them situated like he wants them, you know, for final load. He's still got to mess with it and then put some more on the top. So yeah, and you'll notice too, this board right here is they're not touching that board yet, but when he sets the others on top and I tighten them down with chains, it'll be touching. So all right, well, I'm just waiting here for him to bring the rest of the product. I'll get back to you. Woo! Okay, everybody, I'm fully loaded and secured. Just wanted to show you real quick before I head out to the scale out area. All right, so the way this is supposed to work on linear material like this, you've got to have 2 securements in the first 8 feet. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 2 right here, and then 1 every 8 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 chains on here, which would secure up to 56,000 pounds. Of course, it doesn't weigh that much because I would be overweight. Now, when he loaded, you see the chains. I got all the binders on the other side, but when he loaded this the first time, he had the front edge here sticking out just about a foot from my box here, and I didn't like that, so he lifted the whole thing up with his forklift, and then I pulled up a couple of feet, so now that's where it is, and the back is sticking off a couple of feet, which I believe is still within rules. Okay, well, that's it. Not a bad load there, just a bunch of chains and binders, but it's getting hot. So let me get on out of here. Just giving you a little picture. You know, they're doing something, I guess, sifting through raw materials over there. There's a big part of the plant, more product, more loading going on, but I've got to go out and then go way down to the other end and make a loop to get to the scale out and get my final paperwork. At least that's what I remember. So let me get moving.